In the blue hush of midnight, when the world's pace slows to a dreaming drift, Eleanor lay curled in her small bed at the end of a quiet, forgotten lane. Pale shafts of lamplight pushed through curtains, painting slow-moving patterns on the wall. Her room was a patchwork of warmth and shadow, moth-grey rug, creaky wooden dresser, and her old teddy watching from the windowsill. Out there, past the hedge and the cracked sidewalk, something danced on the edge of sight. 3 pinpricks, one blue, one green, one gold, flickered high above the rooftops, blinking softly in the inky sky. Eleanor watched, half awake, heart tingling with that gentle, curious ache that comes only before sleep. Where did those peculiar lights come from? And why did they pulse, tonight of all nights, in a secret pattern only she seemed to notice? Tonight, Eleanor's curiosity was velvet soft, but insistent. She sat up and pressed her nose to the window's cold glass, watching as the coloured lights winked in a sleepy code. The rest of the street looked perfectly ordinary. Silent houses snuggled down behind hedges, the burnt umber of an old lamp's glow spilling onto the sidewalk. But the lights called to Eleanor, quiet as a whisper, "Come and see! Come and find us." She tiptoed across the chilly floor, pulled a heavy cardigan around her shoulders, and slipped her feet into woolen slippers. On her way out, she paused beside her teddy. "Stay here and keep watch," she murmured, and then, with one last glance around her comforting room, she slipped down the stairs and quietly out into the cool, moon-shadowed night. Outside, Midnight Lane was transformed by silence and mystery. Fog kissed the damp pavement, trees loomed large, their branches tangled in secrets. The night air shimmered, walking the line between chilly and gentle, and the quiet tap of Eleanor's slippers sounded like a code for anyone awake enough to hear. She paused beneath an old street lamp, its glow cutting a golden triangle through blue darkness. The 3 lights still flickered above, their position shifting as if guiding her feet. Each blink seemed time for her alone, first blue, then green, then gold, then a playful mix. Eleanor tilted her head, puzzling over their quiet dance, sensing a puzzle in their rhythm. Midnight Lane seemed both familiar and foreign in the magic hours. As Eleanor wandered past low fences and tidy lawns, she noticed new details in the hush: a mailbox painted with swirling stars, a cat curled atop a car hood, eyes half glowing green, the way the breeze nudged the weather vane above Mrs. Erling's porch, making it creak like a secret door. A faint rustle caught Eleanor's attention. She stopped at the gate to the old Miller garden, usually closed and overgrown, but tonight left ajar. Beyond, a flower bed shimmered with dew, every blade and petal outlined in moody blue. The lights twinkled more brightly here. Eleanor tucked a strand of hair behind her ear, feeling the garden invite her in. She stepped through, each movement gentle, careful not to disturb the sleepy world. In the garden, the world felt wider, yet brimming with small, perfect things: the scent of wet earth, the crisp snap of a twig beneath a boot, a breath of wind threading through the roses. Between beds of bluebells, Eleanor discovered a narrow stone path winding toward the heart of the garden. The colored lights above grew brighter. Suddenly, at her feet, she spotted 3 small marbles half buried in the moss, one blue, one green, one gold. They glowed faintly with the same gentle rhythm as the skylights, a slow pulse in peaceful synchrony. Eleanor knelt, brushing cool moss from their surfaces, and found herself face to face with a hedgehog, silvery in the moonlight, nose twitching, eyes curious and kind. The hedgehog regarded her with calm intelligence, as if it too were trying to solve the mystery of the lights. In the stillness, she realized the marbles were not ordinary. They pulsed in time with the faraway lights, as though tethered by invisible threads. Eleanor held out her palm. The little creature sniffed at the blue marble, then gently pushed it toward her, urging her to take it. With a nod of gratitude, Eleanor tucked the 3 marbles into her pocket, feeling their warmth seep through the fabric, comforting as a heartbeat. The hedgehog turned, leading her deeper along the twisting path. The path grew narrower, winding between wilder tangles of greenery and old, dew-soaked statues. Eleanor paced herself, finding comfort in the rhythm of her breath, the soft scrabble of the hedgehog's little feet, and the distant murmur of a midnight bird. The marbles felt alive in her pocket, each pulse a silent reassurance. Ahead, a battered wooden sign, half lost to ivy, read, "Starlit Lade." The hedgehog paused, then squeezed beneath a tangle of roots as if to say, "You go on." Eleanor stepped forward, heart beating in quiet wonder. The glade was a hidden world, wrapped in blue shadows and dappled with silver light. In its center stood a water basin ringed with stones, reflecting the stars and, somehow, mirroring the 3 dancing lights from above. Eleanor knelt beside the basin and placed the marbles carefully upon the rim. The blue, green, and gold orbs rolled toward the water's edge, then paused, quivering with anticipation. Their glowing patterns shimmered across the still surface. Suddenly, Eleanor realized the lights overhead mimicked the rhythm of her own hopeful heart, a code only she could read tonight. In that stillness, a soft glow rose from the marbles and the basin. The glade hummed, gentle and expectant. When she opened her eyes, the colors in the sky seemed to answer, twinkling brighter, closer, as if nodding approval. The marbles' light merged with their reflections until it was hard to say where sky ended and earth began. Eleanor felt a wave of belonging, as if she were part of this hidden nocturnal orchestra, a tiny vital note in the world's quiet song. Time seemed soft here, stretched thin as silver cobwebs. Eleanor leaned back and listened to the hush, feeling the glade's secret magic soak into her bones. The marbles, now cool and colorless, rested in her palm, their warmth a memory. The skylights faded to a gentle, satisfied twinkle, as if with her wish their purpose was fulfilled. The hedgehog reappeared from the roots and nuzzled her hand in farewell before disappearing into ivy shadows. With a sigh, half joy, half longing, Eleanor rose and found her way back through the winding garden, heart aglow with a new, quiet bravery. The journey home was softer, the hedges gentler, the street lamps kinder, the midnight air tinged with a golden sense of contentment. The houses along Midnight Lane watched silently as Eleanor made her way back to her own little gate. She paused, looking up one last time. 3 faint pricks of light sparkled far away, a reminder of the night's gentle adventure. She slipped inside and tiptoed up the stairs, back to her moonlit, comforting bedroom. Her teddy was where she had left him, watching the window with buttony patience. Eleanor climbed beneath her quilt, placed the marbles on her bedside table, and felt the familiar world wrap gently around her tired limbs. Outside, the night deepened toward morning, but a quiet magic lingered, a secret glow just beyond the edge of dreams. With the softest smile, Eleanor drifted to sleep, the memory of lights and gentle adventure easing her mind. Midnight Lane was changed now, a little more mysterious, a little more wondrous, and eternally safe.